So is Portugal really the be-all, end-all? I'm just reading some comments on a YouTube video, a very well-filmed video about living in Portugal and the experiences of an American living here for a few years. And then I read the comments underneath, I'm like, wow, what's the bottom line here? Anyway, if you want to get in on the discussion and listen to this video, make sure you subscribe, like, and share, and leave a comment underneath so we can have a discussion. And yeah, tell me, what do you think? What's life about in Portugal? So, there's the aspects of cost of living and safety, or transportation, or how much things period cost, not the necessities, but just buying a car apparently is expensive here. And so yeah, it just depends where you come from. I lived in Canada for 26 years. In the last 10 years, so even before COVID, things got more and more expensive for the, whatever you made, wherever you worked. So rent in that little town I lived went up very high, and houses gotten ridiculously expensive to buy. Building something new is like, what? And yes, of course, if you would take your euros over there and wanted to buy some, it would get you farther, and maybe you would get some better quality. Well, depends where, I guess. But even though with the exchange, I think buying a house, and even if you have to do some improvements, is still going to be cheaper than most places in Canada. For example, the food, some things are very cheap here, cheaper than in Canada, and some are the same. So does that mean it's cheaper in Canada? Maybe. If you like alcohol, beer and wine, way cheaper than Canada, because we have a lot of taxes on our alcohol there. So a bottle of wine is still more money, even with the exchange rate, or a glass of wine. So yeah, definitely at least twice as much money in Canada, I'm pretty sure. I think what it really boils down to is the way of life, the lifestyle. It is more relaxing here. I mean, I don't live in Lisbon where it's busier, and I don't work in a 9-to-5 job or whatever. So that might be different for the people that are still in the workforce. But because especially again, in the big cities, I don't know. I was in Lisbon. I can't remember if some shops closed or not. Here they close between 1 and 3. Like some of them. Again, the big grocery chains are open, of course, and most grocery stores are open too. Just in the smaller towns, the grocery stores are closed. I don't know about the post office. I really haven't gotten there yet, so I have no clue what the opening hours are there. But I guess, modern life is catching on here, and people do work more. Which, yeah, it's just certain restaurants are closed, they're open till 3, and then they don't open till 7 again. So that's more. They don't open the whole day. So again, I don't know if that's in the big cities or just in the smaller towns. I don't know. That's just what it is here. So meaning the life is kind of slower. And I know that for the Portuguese, again, in my experience, they take their family very serious. Family time is important. But yeah, the people, the lifestyle, being close to the ocean almost from anywhere. The weather, yes, the winters can be cold and damp. So it depends where you live and how your house is insulated, if you can fix that up a little bit. But in general, it's more sunshine than in other places, I'm sure. And of course, the freezing cold is not happening here. And it's shorter, even though it might be a cold winter sometimes, and a colder because it's damp. It's still quicker for spring. There's even flowers blooming in the winter. So, you know, it's never really that miserable looking. There's always something green. The grass is mostly green. Yeah, there's flowers growing in the winter. So, yeah, it makes a difference if you're, like me, sensitive to this. But the safety, there's another issue, you know. It's a relative safe country. Again, I have no idea. I don't live in a big city. There's a lot of crime, I'm sure, and you can see sometimes, I don't watch the news that much, but there's stuff that I can see people get arrested and there's some conflict. And I don't know what the reasons are. I don't have no idea. So yeah, I'm just saying I see that. Not very often because I don't watch there. I don't have cable TV, but if I would, that's probably, you know, I would see it in the big cities, I guess. And people get stuff stolen, I've seen, and people try to break in once in a while. But that's even happening in my little town in Switzerland, for example, where I'm from. My mother tells me so. But in general, you don't hear any major crime problems than you hear in other places. And then the politics, I have no idea. I know lots of people say there's a lot of corruption going on. I just think I like it. There's more sun for me, more nature to explore, easier still, even though not everything is reachable with the bus and the train, and sometimes the buses don't run. But it's easier to get around to the major cities from here, from this town I'm at. I think, for me, I made the right choice to live here, and there's a lot of things that I don't like, but it's still, there's more that I like than I don't like. So as long as that is up like that, I will continue living here. And nothing is forever. Who knows what's happening? But right now, I'm here. So, and you need to find that out for yourself. I mean, you can watch videos and you can read blog posts and other articles about Portugal, but I think to really experience it for yourself, you need to live here for a while. Maybe live the 3 months here that you're allowed to without have to leave. I don't know, rent a Airbnb or something, or just come and live here for a while if you can. Because there's people that leave, and that's okay. You know, not everybody. I mean, when I immigrated to Canada, I didn't want to stay there. I knew that pretty quick when it was cold and miserable in the winter. So, but again, I had to experience this. I would have known that, but I can't. And it's probably easier if you have a partner that you move with, or a partner and kids or whatever. That makes it easier to live here than you live on your own, of course. That's life in Portugal. So if you have any other questions, subscribe, like, and share, and discuss this topic here on, is it worth moving to Portugal? How is it? What's it like living here? Yeah, you tell me if you already live here. Okay. Make sure you watch this one up here next.